This is Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. Today's video will be featuring great ideas to make with Stampin' Up's February 2014 My Paper Pumpkin kit titled In the Bag. For those of you that just started your subscription, keep in mind that your kit this month is the Welcome Kit, and that includes acrylic block D. You'll be using this acrylic block for all of your future kits. If you received your Welcome Kit prior to this month, then stay tuned for some fun variations with the contents of the February kit. I have lots of ideas to share with you as always, so I've broken them down into 3 videos. This is part 2 in a series of 3. Let's get started. In the first video, I shared with you the contents of the kit, all the supplies that come with it. I gave you some great tips in organizing them. This was one that I wanted to just re-emphasize again. I took and punched out all of my shapes, and then especially the letters that come in this kit. I put them in order from A to Z, and then put them in a small enough container where they're not going to get mixed up. And that way I can find what I need easily. So for this video, I'm going to make a bag, a tag, and 2 scrapbook pages. In the first video, I did make the bag, which was the recommended version in the kit, and then I also made a tag and 1 12 by 12 page. So you're getting a little bit extra in this one. Alright, so the first thing I did is I cut down the front part of one of the bags again. So here's the front part of the bag. You can see that it doesn't have any folds like the back part does, so that's where I grabbed this piece from. And I cut it to 3 inches wide by 5 inches tall. Now I'm taking one of the twine pieces that come in the kit, and I'm just going to wind that through the loop, the eyelet hole at the top, just like that. And next I'm going to take one of the Bermuda-based circles. I'm flipping it over so that I see the white side. And I'm using a different color this time. Because the twine that comes in the kit has a little yellow to it, I'm going to use a yellow ink. And this one I'm choosing is Daffodil Delight, although the kit contents, the little direction sheet tells you that the yellow that comes on here is Summer Starfruit. But because this tag is going to be for a baby gift, I want it to be a little bit more bright of a yellow, a brighter yellow. So I'm going to ink up my stamp. The one I'm using has the polka dots all over it. And I'm going to do my best to center that and stamp it down in the center of my Bermuda Bay circle. And now I've got that extra fun colored layer, which I'm going to stick behind the top of the tag. To do that, I'll use some adhesive on the back side here. We'll just pop that up, and it looks kind of like a little sunshine rising. There we go. Then I've got another one that I stamped. Oops, I've got to put the adhesive on the front here. And I'm going to stick that on the bottom of the tag. So that just makes our tag not look so rectangular. Gives it a softer look. In the first 3 projects that I made, I always layered that alphabet, those alphabet pieces up onto the medallions and the circles and stuff. But on this one, I'm just going to keep as is, like that. And then I'm going to grab those pearls. So in the last video, I did bring in some extra pearls. These are our basic pearl rhinestones, and they come with little glue dots on the back. So all you have to do is just pick them up carefully with your snips, your little paper snips. And then you won't lose the glue dot. I've used my fingernails before, and then the glue dots get left behind. Not fun. Don't want to waste those. So it looks like little bubbles. There we go. And now I have a fun little tag to add to the project that I'm going to do. It involves some sponging. So let me show you quickly what I did to sponge the front of the bag. I took one of these sheets, and it did look like this beforehand, and then I grabbed my sponge and my ink, and I went in a circular motion to add the ink. And let me show you what you get. See? You just get that faint little green pattern there. So I did that to the front of the bag, and then I also did a fun heart I use the word fun a lot, don't I? I folded it in half. Just ignore the phone. I folded it in half, and I took my paper snips, and I trimmed out a heart, just like they teach you when you're in first, second grade. You just cut your heart on the fold line like that, and then you get that. And to cover up that seam, I used some more pearls. So this is what I did. I came up with this fun little bag. Added pearls. I've got pearls going down the center seam of the heart to make a little arrow. I've popped that up on a dimensional after I layered it, of course, with one of the medallion pieces. And here's the letter U, so love you, get it? And then I also stamped in the center of the back of one of the medallions, but I used the pistachio pudding ink that comes with the kit. Now you'll also see that I did something different with my handles than I did with the first bag. Here's the first bag where the handles look this way and the knots are on the inside. On this bag, I just want a little bit of extra fun ribbon showing, so instead I brought the knots on the outside and then cut kind of like a little banner cut, or I call this sometimes a serpent's tongue, don't know why, and I popped those down with dimensionals so that they stay in place. And that just added a little bit extra oomph to the front of my bag. Okay, and the last project was really fun to make. I actually wanted the look of a bag. So I took and cut the bag down into all its different sections. And the bottom of the bag I taped down here and added some layers of the Bermuda base circles, the medallions that were pre-stamped with the pistachio pudding ink, and then the hint that there might be like a little letter under there. Put some pearls there. And on the matching page, I put another part of the bag. And it looks as if these letters are flying up and out of the bag. So I put my son's name on here because I have 3 more pages yet to do in his scrapbook for his year 7, of age 7 or whatever. And so I put his name on each of these, and then I'm going to put on all these random pictures from the year that didn't fit in other areas of the scrapbook that I made for him. So this is where the random pictures will go. Nick, age 7. And again, I added the pearls going up. This I added just freehand. Now, of course, you could type it out on the computer and punch it out with a matching circle punch, but I used our Early Espresso ink pen, our Stampin' Right marker, and drew that in lightly with the smaller tip side first, and then went back over it to give it some thickness with the brush end. And that matches the Early Espresso 12x12 sheet that I used for the page. When I put the bags down on here, I made sure that the fold wasn't going to be shown on here. I didn't want that fold. So when I put it on here, I just felt behind the bag to make sure it wasn't there, tacked it down, turned it over, and trimmed and trimmed. These letters are layered up onto the medallions that are already pre-stamped, and then the dimensionals punched or layered behind that, so that's how they pop up that way. And then all together, we've got that page. Let's see, maybe I can zoom out a little bit. You can see all my scraps around my table here. So we've got that page and that page. And it definitely, there's no sections of where to put photos, but this way I can cut my photos to any size I want depending on what I have. It's a great spread for lots of random pictures. So there's those pages, this bag, and then the fun little baby tag. I hope you enjoyed these ideas, and be sure to watch parts 1 and 3 for more ideas. Also, visit my blog at stampyourartout.com to see photos of all these projects and to purchase any extra products that you may need for making them. I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.